Hi there. Welcome to today's This is Church, Thy, Myself, or Laughter. We are going to discuss a very good topic. It's in my heart. I've been talking about this for years now, and not just talking about it, but experiencing it and feeling it. And I know that I am the God of this one thing. One of the things that people have talked about a lot. I understand it's one of the things that people have talked about a lot, but I want us to go back to the origin. The actual topic for today is love. We are going to talk about love, and I believe myself to be the God of love. I am the God of love. So you understand that a lot of people have engaged in relationships, in projects, okay? Because they believe that they love this thing, or I love this person. But love is such a big thing. Its depth goes a long way. That is why when God also spoke, even in the Bible, he never mentioned himself as being power, but he talked of himself as being love. John said God is love. God has power, but God is love. And also the Apostle Paul said there are three things that stand. So when everything else is gone and there's nothing left, there are three things that stand. He said there is faith, hope, and love. And he mentions the greatest of these is love. So I've realized a lot of people going for hope. I've realized a lot of people working hard to have faith, but not a lot of people actually care about love. But the Bible says it's the greatest. So it's a paradox. It's confusing why people wouldn't follow love. They follow faith and hope. They hope, they have faith for things, but they do not really stick to love. I want you to understand the depth and the power of love. Now, love, of course, when I talk about love, most people, they think of romantic love. Of course, romantic love is part of love. It's a part of it. It's a piece of love. But love, again, goes a long way, right? Now, from the ancient language, because as I'm speaking English is not an original language. It is taken out of Latin, out of Greek, the words thereof. But the ancient original language is the Hebrew language, right? So the Hebrew language, when they say the word love, its connotation is Ahava. So they say Ahava when they speak about love. And Ahava is a combination of 5 letters, which is A, H, A, V, A. A is used for number 1. H is used for number 5. And V is used for number 7. So these are numbers, but also when they speak their language, they use the same thing. They use the letters, or they use the numbers for both numbers and letters, right? So the same word for love as it is used in Hebrew tongue, it's Ahava, okay? So when I made a research of this, what is Ahava? What does it mean? Because when you search love, it will tell you different things. When you search in English, like what is love, they will tell you a lot of things. But Ahava, its noun means zero, right? From the noun, it means zero. It means space. It means nothing. And that just blew my mind, because I've realized that on the past we've discussed the meetings that we had with you guys, that we talked about space, nothingness, the greatness of nothingness. People are in search of this and that, but no one is actually minding the space. You see, a room is not made of walls, not just walls. It's not about walls. A room is not walls, because I can have 4 walls but have no room. You see, I can have a bed. It's not about the bed. It's not about the furniture. It's not about what is inside. A room is made out of space, and that's the most important thing. When you want to buy a room, you don't just look at the walls. You want to measure how big the space is, because space is potential. So the nothingness of it all, it's about the potential. So when people want to buy anything or want to buy an actual house, they mind the nothingness. But when they go outside and speak about love, they do not mind the nothingness. Space is what matters. Your life, it's about potential. It's not just about what you already have. It's about what you could become. So Also, love is not about what you have now, but it's what could become. You know, people engage in a relationship not because of what they have now, but because of what they could become or what they could have. So they imagine this beautiful marriage, a lifelong marriage. You know, even when they make a vow, they would say, we will be separated by death. So they have these thoughts, this space in their minds that our love will last forever. Love, it's about nothingness. You see, it's about nothingness. It's about the space. It's about the potential of it all. It's about what could become. You know, when we engage in love, we are engaging in a journey that even ourselves do not know. It's nothing, because you cannot just relate about the past relationships that you had, because this is someone else and this is something new. Again, the word Ahava, the first letter A, it's a word in it also means a word in Hebrew which is Aleph. Aleph means the creation of something new, a creation of something that did not exist. So love is made up of something that does not exist. It's made up of nothingness, of space, out of what could become. That is the most important thing. We embark on a journey that we do not know. That is also part of intimacy. Intimacy is about sharing your fears. And being in love, it's about intimacy, because both of you do not know what will happen tomorrow, but you stay together because of what could become. That is love. When Paul said there is faith, hope, and love, and the greatest is love, it's because love inside of it both has hope and faith in it. You see, you have hope that your relationship will work out. You have hope that this project will be a success. So you have a space for hope. You also have faith because you go and do something because you expect this other outcome to have influence on this relationship or on this journey that you are on because of love. Love is deeper than faith and hope. Love is deeper than everything else. There is something here to recognize in the Bible. The reason why we are here as human beings, why are we here? God was there before us. You see, God was there before us. Before we were here, He was existing. Before we existed, He existed. Before everything else existed, He existed. But the reason why He created everything was because of love. He wanted to have, He created all of this because of mankind, because you could not love deeper or more meaningful what is not the same as yourself. That is why God created mankind and breathed Himself, because He wanted someone to love. He wanted something that He can truly, truly love. Love is the source of everything, because He created all of these because He was about to bring mankind He wanted to love. Nature and all that is here, it's a result of love. We are here to be actually loved. God brought us because He wanted someone to love. I am God's expression of love because I am here because of His love. I am created out of love and to be loved. The source of everything is love. A mother stays with his child and do anything possible to make his or her child a success because of love. We do a lot of things because of love. We wake up today, we wake up probably tomorrow and go to work because we want to support someone, because we so love that someone. We choose to struggle, we choose to pay because of love. That is why also God expressed Himself as Jesus, so He could die because of love. So that I will be saved, I will become one again with God. I will no longer be separated. I will be aware that of His existence. Why? Because of love. Love is deeper than anything else. Love hopes, love has faith. Everything that functions, if it functions in love, then it is perfect. Just to remind you, Ahava, the letter A is also number one. It's the first. It is the first, not just in the word Ahava, but A is number 1, which is the first number. 1. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. It starts in love. We can have material, but it starts in love. It all starts in love. Everything that works in love, it is perfect. It cannot be questioned. You understand that it's against the law of any country, definitely on my country, to kill someone, right, or to murder someone. You see, you get to jail because of doing that. And also, most people who are religious, they understand that you shouldn't kill. And probably most people will agree that God doesn't want us to kill. But the truth is, it's not about the killing. It's about the reason. You see, if I'm a father, as a father, I have a child, I have a wife. And then someone will come and threaten my family, threaten to kill my family. If I kill the person, to God, it's not killing, it's protecting. Then that matters. That is a big issue. It is not about me doing an act to kill. No, it's about me doing an act as a father and as a man to protect. That's what matters. It's because of love. I acted out of love. So even though a certain country or my country will find me guilty, God will not find me guilty, because I acted out of love. And God is love. God applauds that. It is out of love. Love, therefore, is the first. It's definitely the first. Some people, they have thought about love. They have reasoned love. You cannot reason love. You cannot reason love. You cannot calculate love. See, love, it is deeper than a mind could reach. We usually say it's a heart thing, but it's not about the heart that pumps blood. It's about the being, yourself, your inner self, which is your real self. That's where love lives. That's why when you realize self, you realize love. So to take a step further, the word or the letter A, it comes from a word Aleph, which means to create something new, to create something that did not exist before. And the letter H, from the word Ahava, it's number 5. And number 5 in Hebrew, it's a number for grace. When you look at the picture again, because they use the same letters, they use as numbers and also as pictures. And the letter H has a picture of an open window. Look at how beautiful this is. It's an open window. It's a welcoming window. And again, when you look outside the window, there is nothing to be seen. There is nothing to be seen. Space, nothingness. It's what God is. It's what God is about. Remember, the Bible says in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. But before God created the heavens and the earth, what was there? Nothing. There was nothing. Nothing is where it starts. Nothing, it's where it starts. It all starts there, in zero, in nothingness. And then you create something new. And you can create whatever it is that you want to create. Some people think that when you are in love with someone in a relationship, you shouldn't change the person. The truth is, we are not trying to change someone in a relationship, but you can influence the person. As a man, you can so love the person that the person can actually be in your love and live in your love and become what you love. Become that love. As I myself am God's expression, I am created in the likeness of God. It's because He created me out of love. That's why what I do, it's what God will want me to do. I do that because of His love. He so loved me that His love took over and influenced me, so I act according to His love. That is even how relationships work. You do not force a person. You do not push a person. There is an address that Paul mentioned to the church of Ephesian church, the church of Ephesus, right? He said, men, or husband, love your wives. See, so as a man, that's what you do. You are the source of love. You are the source of love as a man. That's what you have. You see, you love. That's what you do. You love. But again, when he continued, he said, wives, respect your husband, which also means to submit. The word submit means to adapt, right? It means to adapt. That's what we are saying. That's what I mean. And it's not just about a wife trying to adapt. No, it's about a man loving. He initiates. Remember, love is the first. Love is the first thing. Love is the first thing. It's what creates from nothing to something. Ahava, it's what creates from nothing to something. The reason why a woman would want to adapt to you is because you so love. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave. So love makes a man to give, and the women to submit and adapt. I know most people, especially us, as young people, we want to run away from the word submit, as if, oh no, do you mean that I have to change because of someone, as if someone is in control of you? No, it's not about that. It's about how things are created. Men love, they give off love. When you give off love, a person adapts. They do not forcefully adapt, but your love causes them to adapt. That is why I am holy. I'm not trying to be holy, I am holy. I'm not forcing myself to be holy, I am holy. Why? Because God so loved me, he gave Jesus, and Jesus made it possible for me to be holy. Now I am holy without even trying to realize that I am holy. I am just holy. That's my state, that's how I am, that's how it works. When men love, and women just adapt. Automatically, that's how it happens. It's just how things are created. You see? So love is the first thing. Age is from number 5, and also the picture of an open window from nothingness. And again, it's open window, which means it's a welcoming window. Ahava is taken from nothingness. In the space, that's where it starts. Do not therefore mention love or link love with things that already exist or things that are there. Things that are there should be a result of love. See, when love comes, then things start to manifest. But for things to manifest, there must be space. You must create space. You must actually be aware of the space that exists, because there is already space. Then be aware of that space. Love is all there is. Love is where all starts. It was nice having you today. From myself, for laughter, goodbye.
Thank you for watching. To view the complete videos, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Renewed Society. And to interact more with us, visit our Facebook page at Renewed Society. This is Church.